Hello, Sweepy McPhee here. Obviously, no fucking railings. I've got a few things I need to get off my chest. Alright, and it's quite a considerable fucking chest, as you can see. Right, now, given the current state of affairs in this fucking country of ours, I want to know in whose watch Liz Truss, or Les Trust, as Reverend Simon Sideways has dubbed her, which is very true, was selected for PM of our once great nation. For a start, she's nothing more than a brown shirt. She would like us to go back into Europe. She is a known Remainer, whichever one you want to fucking say. And some of her choices have been ludicrous, all on the pretense of inclusivity. Now, I've got nothing against anybody. Race doesn't come into it. There's good white people, there's shit white people, and Liz Truss is a shit white person. Now she's got rid of that most useless twat, Quasimodo Kwarteng, whatever his fucking name is. She's given the job to Jeremy Cunt. What the fuck's that all about? This country seems to be being subverted. Jeremy Hunt is closely tied to his wife, obviously, Chinese, who's obviously got ties with the Chinese state, for want of a better word. We're just being taken over. Now, I want to know how the Conservative Party are now calling for Les Trust to fuck off. That's fair enough. I'd like to see that. But now, Penny Mordaunt, she's my local Member of Parliament, Portsmouth North. How has she been put into the fray? Of all the MPs that ran for the leadership, there was only one that even sounded like she had the interests of the UK at heart, and that was Kemi Badenoch. I liked what she said. She said what pretty much every normal run-of-the-mill English person, British person wanted to hear. But she was dumped out of the race because somebody wanted Les Trust, Rishi fucking Sunak in the final. Yeah, Penny Mordaunt, she was knocked out. Kemi Badenoch knocked out. Rishi Sunak eventually knocked out, thankfully. And now we've got Les Trust, who's appointed a dementor, for want of a better word, the near enough destroyer of the UK's National Health Service. That man nearly destroyed the National Health Service, and now he's going to destroy this country with half-assed economic policy, more taxes. He's He's not going to do anything about the cost of living crisis because he's yet another net zero believer. And I just don't understand it. And they're all for open border immigration, unlimited immigration. And unfortunately, that said, the government have made the Royal National, as in Great Britain, Lifeboat Institute, complicit in the transportation of illegal migrants. These people have paid people traffickers a fortune to get them over here when they needn't have bothered. Just hollow out a log, put it in the fucking sea, and the RNLI will pick you up. Simple, isn't it? Without having to spend thousands upon thousands of pounds to get here. Now, I might be wrong, I might be right, who cares? I don't want to see unlimited immigration. There's a lot of immigrants coming over here, they're claiming their children. There was 100 immigrant children, in inverted commas, that have gone missing. That is so random, bearing in mind that to qualify as a child these days, they just have to throw away their passport and say they're 15. And because there's no way of proving otherwise, we can't debunk it, can we? We can't say, no you're not, mate, you're a damn sight older than that. Because apparently they come under the European Convention of Human Rights, and they all come under the European Court of Human Rights. Now this is bullshit. Les Trust should have dumped us out of the ECHR as soon as she took office, but no, she's quite happy with that. These people have just done a bunk because they can. They don't need to be here. They don't need to be in a 4-star hotel, getting money in their pocket, 3 hots and a cot, at my expense and everyone else who pays their taxes. I mean, fuck me, I've only got one tooth in my head because I can't get a dentist nowhere. But these cunts, they want a dentist, they see one the next day. Go figure. But this country is just being overrun by an invasion force of as the angry Bootneck puts it, swarthy gentlemen, predominantly of the religion of many pieces, as he says, and I fully agree with him, and Albanian fucking gangsters who clearly are going to be involved in, oh, I don't know, people trafficking, prostitution, drugs, protection, you name it, them dirty bastards are going to be involved. Just saying. That's the first part of my little rant over. Politics is bullshit. I don't want Penny Mordaunt as PM, I want Kemi Badenoch. And it may strike you as funny, but if the entire country, not just the select few Tory members, start marching with their feet and start saying, look, enough is enough, we want a Prime Minister that's going to say the right things, support the right policies. We don't want Les Trust or Penny Mordaunt, certainly not Jeremy Cunt, because that man is a cunt. He just wants to see the destruction of the English way of life, British way of life. And then, on top of all that, which ties in again nicely with the government, we're all being held to ransom by the trans communities, in inverted commas yet again. And I don't know the order, but someone did point it out. There is a pyramid, a hierarchy. If you're black, trans, and an immigrant, you're right at the fucking top. I mean, Christ, the only people that are above a white man, a straight white man, and that's a straight white woman. And clearly above her is a gay white man, then a lesbian white woman. Then you've got the rest of the bullshit that goes up and up and up. So we're all fucked. Honest to God, we're all fucked. I think we need, this is just my opinion, we need someone like Romy Tomlinson or the Reclaim Party geezer to take charge. Yeah, okay, the government in the Houses of Parliament, they've got the whip hand right now, but the real whip hand goes to the trans, the blacks, the dykes, the fags, you name it. That's quite derogatory. That's neither here nor there. The lesbians, the gays. I've got no beef with any of them, except trans, because their ideology and the way they claim victimhood to such a high degree of success is ridiculous. But we need someone who is going to take charge, close the borders. I mean, I don't mind if the government want to put us back into austerity measures. Christ, 2 years of that, and this country started to bounce back. But now we're in ruins again, and there's no need for it. There is no need for it. There's no need for the levels of inflation, nothing. It's just the ruination of the country by the convicts, lockdowns and all the rest of it. And it's just ridiculous. Now, I've probably got 3 followers. I've probably got 2 views. But if that 2 views follow the likes of Paz49, the Angry Bootneck, Rotten Politics, Reverend Simon Sideways, and they're just off the top of my head on YouTube. Then you've got podcasts of the Lotus Eaters and Carl Benjamin, who put out regular fucking podcasts every day at 1 o'clock on Getter. Give them a follow, because these people talk a lot of sense. I mean, I'm just pissed off with it. I'm just one bloke. There's nothing one bloke on his own can do to change the status quo with it. Yeah, the status quo. We need to reclaim our country. Lawrence Fox, Romy Tomlinson. These people need to get together and put together a credible party. There's nothing right, far right wing about it. There's nothing right wing extreme about it. I started slightly right of centre about anything up to probably 3 or 4 years ago, and over the last 2 years I've got to say I'm slipping further and further right. And I don't want to be a right winger. I want to go back to being a centrist, but I can't, because I've got to be a realist, which doesn't make me a racist, it doesn't make me a misogynist, it doesn't make me any kind of phobe, being a homophobe. If you want to call me a transphobe, that's great, fine, I don't care. Trans women are men. They've got the male chromosomes, they've got the male bone structure, the male muscle structure and everything else. If they have their dick lopped off, that's fine, but they are still a man. And the same goes for trans women. They can go to hospital, they can pay tens of thousands of pounds for a strapedectomy. It ain't never going to make them a man. Simple. If you want to call me a xenophobe, I'm happy to be called a xenophobe. That to me is a badge of honour. So yeah, give some of these other people a follow. If you don't like what I say, don't listen. Quite simple, isn't it? Failing that, you can always go run into YouTube and have me thrown off of YouTube. I've already been thrown off of Twitter, so what do I give a fuck? Right, bye.